Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is TWiT.
Bandwidth for iPad today is provided by Cachefly at CACHEFLY.com.
iPad Today is brought to you by Ford, featuring voice-activated Sync App Link. Now you can control select smartphone apps with your voice, so you keep your hands on the wheel and your eyes on the road. Check it out on the 2012 Ford Fiesta and at ford.com/technology. And by Slingbox, which can turn your iPad into a television. With a new iPad app from Slingbox, you could watch your home TV on your iPad anywhere you go. Check it out at slingbox.com/twit.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Macworld 2012.
We're here once again, as we did last year, to wander the show floor in search of great iPad gear. I got to warn everybody, though, there might be some iPhone stuff here, too.
Yeah, it's iOS. It's iOS. And even though we try to go iPad focus as much as possible on the show, there's some cool stuff in there.
There's
an
leave
iPhone
it.
lens, and
I know.
I'm not going to pass that by.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. So are you ready to take a little trip? You don't have to go to Macworld. Just come with us as we walk inside. Sarah Lane, look who's here.
Why,
it's like
Bert
old home week.
Hey, Bert.
Hi, how you doing? How are you, Sarah?
So everybody remembers Bert from the Screensavers days. Bert would come on and show us how to write and fire on a brick wall or all sorts of things.
Snow, all kinds of weird things.
You've been doing such great stuff. Your exhibit, which is touring the country now, I think, of that Times Square, is stunning. How big is that?
It's 5 feet high by 25 feet wide.
How many pixels?
Oh, God, I never really counted. But
many,
it's big.
many gigapixels.
It's many. Well, it's 6.52 gigabytes, the file,
Holy
the flattened
cow.
file. So it's big. And the light box is huge.
Now, is there places people can go see that? I missed it. It was in San Francisco.
Yeah, you missed it. It's usually at trade shows because Epson owns the light box.
Okay.
So they're sending it around to kind of promote their display trans material. So it travels around to different shows for Epson.
It's to my knowledge, the largest Photoshop painting ever.
Yes, painting, yes. File, no. There is a guy who made a bigger file, but it's a composite of many photographs.
You actually
mine was painted
this.
4 years of work, yeah.
4 years.
Yes.
And I have to thank you because I understand I'm in it.
You're in it, yes. Very prominent in there.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
So Bert is doing something here. In fact, we're going to go up the escalator and take a look. Tell us about it.
I'm the featured artist, whatever that means. But they gave me a wall up there called the featured artist. Now, they wanted me to show some work, but I thought, if I'm going to show my work, because of my history with the show and with the Mac, I decided to make it a history lesson. So what I did is I'm showing the early Mac Paint stuff, the progression through the years up to Photoshop today.
Can you want to go upstairs and take a look?
Let's do it.
All right.
I'm going to give you a hint as to what the next painting is by looking at a painting here.
All right.
But see, I started as a history. So I started with the Mac Paint stuff right there. So I'm showing what it was like to work in just a little 9-inch screen, just black and white.
Didn't you write one of the very first Photoshop books? I have it.
Co-wrote the very first book.
It was about layers, right?
No, there were no layers yet. It was called the official Adobe Photoshop Handbook. Photoshop was very limited then. Layers didn't come till version 3.
Wow.
So the second section here is all about Illustrator, when it was just black and white.
So this is the vector art now.
Vector, when vectors matured and became, something that was used commercially. Then the introduction of color, where I'm getting into pixel paint right there in that third section.
Pixel paint.
Pixel paint.
I remember that.
Now, the next painting here is actually done with Photoshop version 7, which introduced the brush engine, which Jerry Harris, one of the two guys who wrote Pixel Paint, wrote.
And I remember on Screensavers talking about this, and those very leaves, you created brushes.
Yes, the brushes ended up in the program. Yeah. Yes. And then these pieces here are just to show what the current capabilities of Photoshop are.
I love the oyster bar. It is just beautiful.
Now, you see the glass there? You see how free-form it is?
On the right, if you go over there, Jeff, and look at that glass, yeah.
That's kind of a hint of what the next painting is going to be like. It's very free-form, but you have to stand back to see what it is.
So it's photorealism, but you're playing with specular highlights and light and
all kinds of shapes and highlights and stuff that are totally random because of the nature of what the image is.
Bert, your art is so spectacular, and the fact that you do that on a Mac with Photoshop. Are you using Cintiqs? What are you using?
Well, my main station has 2 Cintiqs side by side.
Those are the Wacom screens,
That's
touch
when you work
screens.
directly on the screen.
Yeah.
Yes. And then I have a Apple 30-inch monitor, which is my viewing monitor, where I look at my reference.
So you're painting on the Cintiq, but you're looking at a larger monitor.
And that large monitor is split in 2. So one side is the painting, the other side is the reference. So I can see how closely they're aligning.
You know what I'd love to do?
Eye.
I want to come to your studio with a camera. I want to show people how you work.
You should,
because you have really evolved your process. This is state of the art now.
Cintiq is pretty much brought me back to the way I was traditionally trained.
It's a traditional
where
painter.
I'm holding it like a brush and looking at the hand instead of the mouse at the side.
Yeah.
So yeah, it did kind of bring everything back full circle to traditional media.
And I know you have a beautiful studio there in Berkeley. It's gorgeous.
It's comfortable, yeah. You gotta come out, yeah.
I'd love to sometime. Let's work that out, can't we?
Okay, definitely, yeah.
Bert, thank you for this. Thank you for many years of wonderful art.
Yeah, thank you.
You're a hero. Thank you. Bert Monroy, everybody. Nice to see
Good
you.
to see you.
This is a DJ, and he's creating a dance scene.
But there isn't any music?
They're wearing headphones.
Oh, I see.
So it's a club.
But it's not, is it designed to be able to have a party without disrupting your neighbors?
Well, their website or their Facebook page is silentfrisco.killthenoise. So I'm thinking that's the idea. You got a DJ,
Okay.
he's listening on headphones.
All right. Well,
they're handing out
let's
headphones.
ask.
Do you want to put on the headphones? I want to hear the headphones.
Sort of, yeah.
says-
Seen, not heard.
SCENE.
Silent Frisco enables
Here, I'll
unique
wear those.
music experiences in public settings. Maybe try these Silent Frisco headphones. All right, thank you.
It's silent disco was developed in England and Holland in the 80s. The first silent disco in the U.S. was at the Bonnaroo Festival in 2005. Calm down, calm down. Wait a minute, I better put those on, otherwise we're not going to work. Actually, this is great.
Isn't it?
And you know they're
We're doing a show or what?
they're wireless, so you can dance. I like it. Is this a commercial entity or is it a nonprofit? I mean, what's the idea?
We do parties and festivals all around the Bay Area. You know, we can do up to 1,000 headphones, so we're interested in all sorts of different opportunities. We'd be happy to hear about anything.
So you're using an AM radio frequency. These aren't Wi-Fi.
No, there's an AM radio transmitter. We find it's a little more robust. It's not digital, so you won't lose the whole signal. It'll just fade a little bit as you get more distant.
So I thought maybe this year we could see a little bit more of the products that you can run on an iPad. They've got a few that are
One of the
being
first things
displayed
you'll
right now.
notice is there's no Apple here, there's no Adobe here, there's no Microsoft here.
That's
in
right.
past years, those companies have all been part of Macworld Expo, but frankly, it is no longer a big company show. It's a show for Mac fans, Apple fans, iOS fans, and some small companies are here. And I think we should say hi to the Omni Group.
I
We
do
love
too.
the Omni Group. How
Hi
you
there.
doing?
Thanks. Hi, guys. How you doing?
Great to see you.
We're having a great show this year.
Are you?
Yes.
So what are you showing off? What can you show us?
Let's take a look.
All right. Well, I'd love to show you maybe Omni Outliner for iPad. Is that great? Okay. We're going to go over here.
Outlining is a really fun category because it's a very personal kind of way of thinking and of style. And there are a lot of programs, but Omni Outliner is probably the first and best known on the Macintosh
Well,
side.
thank you. I would say so, yeah.
Yeah.
So Omni Outliner is all about making these kind of hierarchical text documents where you might be, for example...
It changes it a little bit to put it on a pad, doesn't it?
Right, and dealing with text was one of the biggest things. We really took our time with Omni Outliner. It wasn't one of our first day iPad titles.
You don't have a mouse, you can't drag stuff. It's just a little more difficult.
It's a little more difficult. So we have things like some sample documents in the app. So things like book lists where you
I
need
like that.
multiple columns.
Right.
You want to be able to do ratings, checkbox, that sort of thing. So in this way, it's like a lightweight database. And then you have things like we also do some lightweight spreadsheet things, like so you can have summary columns where you're.
It does calculations?
It does very simple calculations
No
like
kidding.
sums and that sort of thing.
Oh, that's neat.
And you'll notice that we have a nice style system, so I can actually select the whole document and choose among these styles. I can pre-populate these styles, and then it's easy to tap and set up. You know, I want all of my alternate rows to have a green background. I want rows in the second level to be bold, that sort of thing.
Can I round trip into and out of Omni Outliner on the desktop?
Absolutely, yeah.
So I can use it in both places.
That's right.
It'll look the same.
Document syncing is something that we're working really hard on this year. iCloud is really exciting, and we know
that will make it easier, won't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We know that now that everyone has an iPad, everyone expects their documents to be available on any device, and so
the challenge is this round tripping to get it to look the same on both platforms. Yeah. When I create it on one, it looks the same on the other, and vice versa.
We're doing really well with that so far. Even if there are features that you can't edit on our iPad apps, they will always display. Yes, exactly.
Do you want to show us OmniGraffle real quick? You've
Sure.
got OmniGraffle 5 now, yeah?
Yeah, OmniGraffle 5 has been out for a while. OmniGraffle for iPad would be the newest iteration.
Right. This is brand new. I really like OmniGraffle on the iPad. Again, it's almost a better experience because I can drag things around. It's just natural.
And we've added some special tools that are, native to the iPad interface. So whereas normally you might be drawing these kinds of shapes, boxes, and things,
right.
You can also use now a freehand drawing tool.
Oh, that's nice.
To annotate or what have you, and then when you're ready to kind of go hi-fi, move up to a finished product, you can just select the shape and then swap it out for something that's pre-populated, like this arrow. So you could be sitting with your colleagues or your friends around an iPad and be doodling with your fingers, and then easily bring that into a finished product instead of having to start from scratch when you get back to your Mac.
I think in many ways Omni Group is going to be very well positioned as the OS 10 becomes iOS-ified. You've got already kind of this cross-platform strategy that I think is going to serve you very well going forward. Our broadcast today brought to you by Ford, those great folks at Ford who of course, sponsor all of our shows. We're big Ford fans. CES was all about Ford. I don't know, maybe there's a Ford here too, because Ford App Link means you can use your iPhone or Android phone or Microsoft Windows phone with the car to do things like play music from Pandora. All you have to do, again, very important, we don't get distracted here, we're paying attention, hands on the wheel, eyes on the road, but you could say, open Pandora, play my classic rock station, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down, all the things you could do on Pandora. But you're never looking down at the screen. You're never twiddling a knob. You're always driving, paying attention to what you're doing.
If you want your tweets read to you.
OpenBeak will read your tweets or your replies.
I got to stay up on my Twitter stream, man.
Very important. And you know what? Sometimes driving's boring, and having some of that entertainment, whether it's music from Pandora, tweets, whether it's podcasts via Stitcher or Slacker. The newest app that they just added, I'm very excited, is TuneIn Radio Pro, which lets you hear 50,000 radio stations from all over the world, including our station.
Oh, yeah.
You can listen to TWiT Live. And again, you just tell the car, play TWiT Live, and it'll play it from your smartphone.
I love TuneIn Radio.
Isn't it? No, it's my favorite app.
It's like you have to have it.
It was a life-changing app. So check it all out. You can go to Ford.com/technology. They've got all the new technologies in the Ford vehicles there on the website. But the best way, visit your Ford dealer and test drive the 2012 Ford Fiesta with App Link and Microsoft Sync. Oh my God, she just almost hit the ceiling. Look at her. Oh my God. So
What's
this is
happening?
Remember how headphones were huge at CES?
Yeah.
They're even huger here.
They certainly
And
are.
one of the reasons they're so huge, of course, is because this is an iPhone show.
Wow,
this is
girl is
Polk Audio demonstrating how you can jump very high and wear headphones.
So this is, I'm trying to think.
Look at this. He's a snowboarder.
Okay.
Holy moly!
Now.
Holy moly!
Wow. I hope that they know what they're doing. I guess they're trained
I don't
professionals.
think they're amateurs.
Yeah, somehow you get the impression that they were hired because they have skills. Well, the whole idea is that headphones fall out of your ears easily.
Right.
This was a trend that we were seeing a lot at CES, to the point where we both started to roll our eyes a little bit, like how often do you really have this issue? But when you're actually competing in some sort of physical activity, it really does come in handy to have something that stays inside your ears and sounds good.
I think it's funny because every one of these headphone manufacturers has. Whoa!
Wow!
Whoa! Oh my God! I'm sorry.
This guy is
Every
amazing.
one of these headphone manufacturers has to.
He even looks surprised.
Yeah, I don't think he
can't
thought he
believe
was going to do
landed
that. Yeah, has to find a way to distinguish themselves from everybody else. And I guess one way is to say, well, look, you can jump around in circles and not lose the headphones.
Well, they've got the biggest crowd of the place.
Well,
it might have to do with.
There's not,
tight
this is a
clothing.
smaller show. This is not a show with a lot of glitz. So that's probably the most interesting booth in the place.
Well, it's the most
except for
visually
the 0-bit
exciting.
booth. This is one of the things that kind of surprised me. We saw some attractive young ladies. Sometimes they're derogatorily called booth babes at CES.
Uh-huh.
There have not been a lot of them at Macworld. There are oddly a large number of them here today, and I really can't figure it out. It seems so retro.
Well, the whole point of the booth babe is
To grab the nerd.
exactly
The lonely nerd.
Right.
But I find
Like,
it insulting, and I think
visuals
if there's
first,
one,
and then if you have a great product.
if there's one community that has a lot of women in it, it's the Macintosh community.
Right.
And it seems odd that this would be where you'd see a lot of that. But
well, and you have that kind of.
how much would you pay for these speakers?
I don't know.
How about $68,000?
Well, that's a little much.
But they're
Is that how much they cost?
yeah. They're kind of.
How do you know that?
Look at that. Look, it's an iPod dock
How do you? What?
with actual wood.
It's beautiful.
It is. It actually is pretty good
That
looking.
is the coolest thing ever.
I could see Kevin Rose having this in his stately mansion.
I'm sure he already has one.
It's a little rococo, but wow.
I mean, look at the detail.
You know, and what they're not doing is turning them on, because I don't think you buy these for the sound.
Really?
Well, look how
Yeah,
they look.
yeah,
They've got
I guess you're
jewels.
right.
See that? The jewels.
Yeah, the jewels. I don't know. I got a little blinged out at CES.
This is
but,
blingy.
But I love the design. They're just.
I would love to
weird.
know how they sound. They're not turning them on.
I would love to know why none
that
of the people
funny?
working here want to talk to us. They're sort of like, yeah.
You want to talk to
Hi,
Leslie?
Leslie. Nice to meet you too. So, why aren't the speakers on?
Actually, we didn't have the copyright to broadcast in the public, so unfortunately, yeah. And it's a masterpiece of art, so we want to start from letting customers to appreciate the value and the design and the fineness of this.
So if I was really, really interested in this piece, let's say, where do I find it? How much does it cost? Is it available to buy?
Yes, actually we're taking the pre-order from the customers. We were in the CES show before, so we actually have 80 orders from the customers just on the CES show. And right now the customer can order online from us.
What's the website?
Ojakboutique.com.
Okay, and how much?
Started from $68,000, custom built for the customers. Yeah.
What is it made of?
It's actually a combination of everything. The base is the aluminum. Most the construction is the material is aluminum. Yeah, and decorated with.
It's really, really expensive aluminum.
It is actually precise calculated to carve each pieces and then hand polish them. Yeah.
Okay, so it's all in the it's all in the technique then. So alljack.com then, if people want to.
Boutique.com.
Alljackboutique.com if people want to learn more about this. If you need a gift for the geek who has everything and you've got a little bit of disposable income, you know to go to Alljack. Thanks so much. Have a good day, Leslie. All right, moving on.
Do you want them?
Well, I don't want to pay $68,000. In the rest of my life, I will never save that much money, and I'm certainly not going to buy one speaker for $68,000. But hey, if you win the lottery, that's what you're getting first.
You need a tablet tail.
Yeah, I do. You're
you
right.
need an Octa tablet tail.
I love it.
How would you like a little fish tail to come out of your hand next time you hold your iPad?
I want it very much.
Here she is. She's holding an Octa. It looks like it has a suction cup on it.
Let's get in here and find out more about this.
My name is Nikki, and I'm with Octa.
Hi, Nikki. How are you?
I'm doing very well. We just launched this product 2 weeks ago. This is the tablet tail line. It's a vacuum dock and a whale tail that attaches to any smooth, non-porous device. So that can be the iPad 1, the iPad 2, the Kindle.
Or the back of my head.
Or the back of your head.
Yeah.
The Kindle Fire, or the Nook. So you pump the button 6 times, and then you've got vacuum suction engaged. And it'll last for many, many hours. You can bend the tail to the shape of your hand, and then if you're walking around the house checking your email, you don't have to worry if you're naturally clumsy. If you're giving a presentation, you can talk with your hands again.
That's
then when you get back to your desk.
Oh, and it's a stand.
It's a stand. It's a multi-angle stand. So if you bend the tail, then you get some lateral support.
That's quite
and
clever.
you can actually type without it folding up on you. We're really excited that the tail clicks off. So for easy travel, you can put the dock cap on, and then you just have a palm grip. We've also got a number of tails coming out throughout 2012 and 2013 that'll use the same interface. So if you like a different kind of animal better, it'll be available.
There's got to be a story behind this. Who designed this?
The man who designed it is on his iPhone recording this interview behind you. He's a tall man named Prometheus.
Come here. What's your name?
It was his idea. He's an Apple
Trotsky.
lover.
Prometheus, it's so nice to meet you. By the way, what is
Hi.
this jacket? It's phenomenal.
Whoa.
I don't know what the material is, but it's like
Is it
alien
breathable?
fabric. Yeah, it actually stays really nice and cool.
I love
Prometheus,
it.
first of all, obviously, there's a story behind the whale tail. What is the deal?
Why the
What is
whale?
the myth of the whale? Well, the whale tail emerged from just a process of evaluating the best shape to allow to go from a handle to a stand. That's what.
You have a background in industrial design. What's your back? You're a painter.
Sculptor.
So is this something to scratch your own itch that you wanted?
Yeah, when I got the iPad, I thought this is an amazing tool, but it's really heavy and hard to hold.
And slippery.
And I would drop it and it would hit me in the face. After
That
enough frustration,
happens to me when I read.
After enough frustration, I was like, let's design something. So my girlfriend and Nikki and I teamed up, started Okta about 2 years ago, and this is what has emerged after banging our heads against the wall for a while.
So tell me about the process. First of all, we love the product. It's very cool. How much is it?
It's retailing right now on Okta.com for $59.95.
OCTA.
OCTA.com. And that includes the whole kit. The kit comes with the vacuum dock, which is the base unit, the whale tail, and then the dome cap.
And I see you also works with a Kindle there.
Yeah, it works with the Kindle. It works with laptops. It works with a lot of things. We're going to be releasing more tails throughout 2012 that extend the functionality into different realms.
Shark tails, monkfish tails.
Had you ever done anything like this before?
No.
And what? So it must have been an
Was
interesting
it scary?
journey.
I mean, to start
it
this
is.
from scratch.
Yes, it's been quite a ride. It's very scary. But it's very fun. You know, you get both edges. It's amazing to come to Macworld and be a part of amazing creativity here.
Do you feel that this is the kind of place where you get more eyeballs than you would anywhere else? I mean, is it really important to have a booth at Macworld when you're a company just trying to get your name out there?
I think so. I mean, we didn't know. We just came from CES, which was just insanity.
Yeah.
We missed you. We were at iLounge doing the same thing. Somehow we missed the
you.
whale tail.
Like tucked back in this little alley. It was great though. It was a great. This is better.
I wish you all the best. I think this is great that you decided I'm going to do this. I have an idea. It's unique. It looks like it works great. Good luck. OCTA.com, right?
Yes.
Something positive back to the whale, because for years now it's been the fail whale, which is a bad
That's a
thing
good
that
point.
people don't want.
This is the
now you've
success
got whale
whale.
tail. It's happy. It's good.
Good luck, Prometheus. So nice to meet you. Thank you.
Thanks. Nice
we
to
gotta
talk to
watch
you.
this guy over here. He's painting. I got to see
Ooh,
this.
the
Talk about
painter.
creativity.
The painter.
So this is a very interesting show that they do.
Oh, my.
He uses rock and roll music, giant brushes. It's very sloppy, as you can see.
I love it though.
And it's beautiful, and it really draws an audience. It's just fantastic.
I'd like Captain Jack Sparrow if he can spare
Jeff,
one.
yeah, fade left, and you can see Captain Jack is all the way to the left. This guy's name is Kirk Hunza, it looks like. And he's here for ScreenPro.com. I guess he's painting a globe. Jeff, the painting right in front of you, if you step back a little bit, is to your left is Steve Jobs. And pretty nice.
It's very
That's
nice.
that canonical picture of Steve Jobs.
And these are the sorts of paintings that you have to stand back a little bit.
Yeah, Rick is now doing that big blue marble we call Planet Earth. Look at how he uses his hands
I love this.
to do a yellow palm print.
It's the artsiest Macworld yet.
I love this rock and roll painting.
So I wanted to see something about IMPlay because I didn't understand this earlier.
It says
wireless
wireless
audio-video transmitter for Apple devices, no Wi-Fi needed. So it's not like an AirPlay thing. It's something else.
I think we need to. Looks like they've got a custom dongle here. Let's listen in.
The iPhone,
Hey,
iPad,
James.
or the,
How are you?
or the iPod?
I walked through here
Don't mind
earlier,
me.
and
Oh,
I was very intrigued by. Is
In
it
fact, there's no
IMPlay? Is that how you
Wi-Fi
pronounce it?
required.
iPlay, that's
like
correct.
Apple.
It's just over here on the side here. Basically, the way it works is it's a video streamer, and you plug a little dongle into your iPhone or your iPad, and then you plug the other dongle into your television, and it'll wirelessly stream any of the content that you have on your iPad to the television.
But you don't actually need a Wi-Fi connection?
You don't need a Wi-Fi connection.
So how does it work?
So between the two dongles, so you have one dongle plugged into the television, one dongle plugged into the iPad, and they'll talk to each other between the two. So you don't need a Wi-Fi connection or any other connection at all.
So he's playing a game on his iPad. He's got it hooked up to that LG TV over there.
Yeah, that's right.
And you can actually see. And because it's analog, you see if there's a little hit, and every once in a while there's a little hit. It doesn't go away. It doesn't glitch. It just does a little snow, and it goes on.
And it just continues. That's right. That's right. And so he's just using the iPad up and down.
So you're playing a game on the iPad, and then the receiver is on this TV.
Yes, sir. Via RGB.
How far away can I get? I notice it's getting some RF hits here, probably from us, and I apologize.
That's okay. Yeah, it's a 2.4 gigahertz type of radio frequency.
Does it have to be line of sight?
I think so. Yes, it does. And one of the things is that I'm told it's about 9 meters, estimated 9 meters. Unlike Apple TV, it doesn't require Wi-Fi, so it's on the go. You can watch movies, you can play video games, you can do presentations, full audio, and it's on 20% off for the expo only, and free shipping.
Now, the only thing I'd worry about is on the same frequency as my Wi-Fi, so it could conceivably interfere with a Wi-Fi or
but
vice
if you
versa.
had Wi-Fi, this is for situations where you
don't. Like when you're camping.
That.
Well,
you know you're going to need to pack your TV.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Sorry. In comparison to the Roku, they have this and then get the Roku, so they can actually watch movies on their display.
Well, and that's true too, because AirPlay doesn't work with everything. Anything that you
That's
play
true.
on the iPad will work with this, I guess, right? It's a full iPad screen.
Yes, sir. iPad, iPhone, iPod.
So you get the whole interface. That's cool. That's called iAmPlay.
Brand new product.
Where can we see it online?
Liquiddigital.com.
Liquiddigital.com. Oh, you guys are Aussies, though. Oh, this is, you know what? This is great. This is the Audubon. This is Peterson's guide to birds. We saw this last year. Do you remember?
We did.
They have the bird calls. They have the maps. Let's see what's new. I think this is a wonderful app. If you're a bird watcher, you know Peterson's guide. We don't have to tell you. They've taken it, they've put it on the iPad, and they've brought it to life. The field guides that Peterson
And
is
they've got
famous
this beautiful rack focus for their bird pictures. This was one of the most interesting apps that we saw last year. And it's obviously very specific. You have to like birds or at least be interested in them.
But if you're a birder, this is it. Because, for instance, you can hear the calls, which you can't do in a Peterson guide. You can actually hear the calls. So if you're looking at a bird, you say, I think that's a yellow-tailed warbler, but let me hear if that matches the call.
You're watching a little guitar demonstration. It looks awesome.
It's a really fun app. It really is. We were very lucky. We are partnering with Cherry Lane Music Publishing. They're huge. They own a giant portfolio of music, and they're allowing us to take their old content where you used to have to, when you bought a guitar product, you had to go to this old-fashioned sheet music, and now you can get the audio, the video, the print, all in one, but we added a bunch of other extra features. So in our Blues Masters app, we have 16 different artists, ranging from B.B. King, Eric Clapton, Duane Allman, the greats. And you can learn how to play their style in a very easy way. But the best part is you can create your own jam session, because what we've done is taken all of the music and put it together so you can actually print out your own piece of sheet music using their style. So it's in the style of these incredible people, but then there's backing tracks so you can play along with it. We were really lucky to be recognized by iClip, who's also here, as their app of the week, and we won. It was such an honor to be.
I think we should do an experiment. These guys obviously have never played the guitar before. I think maybe one of them could sit down and learn how to play the guitar.
Trying to learn. These are my boys.
That's great.
And they help me out. They're
That's
both
awesome.
in high school musical band.
So are you guys learning using the app? Or you better be. You better say yes.
You know how much fun it is to have teenagers at home and go, "Hey guys, play this. Play
you
this
have
app."
You better play with this app.
And bring all your friends.
Yes.
We're gonna have jam sessions at home now.
Well, it's kind of interesting.
With the headphones, they can play all day, and it's not going to keep you up.
I want it loud in my house.
This
well,
was
cool, Mom.
this was the plan, remember, for GarageBand, but Apple never really materialized it. So I'm thrilled that you guys are doing it, and congratulations on being one of the best apps of all time.
How much is the app in the App Store?
Right now it's $9.99. But if you were to buy the book and the DVD, that would have been $45. So it's really a bargain. It really is a bargain.
It's wonderful.
And we're getting ready to do an app for Johnny Winter, He just cut a new CD, and this is going to take you back through the journey and history of time from when he played with Hendrix and he was at Woodstock, and it's Johnny Winter teaching you how to play guitar.
I'm buying that. That sounds
For $10?
awesome.
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 What a deal.
That is fantastic.
Such a deal. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank
Nice
you for
to see
stopping
you.
by.
Yeah, we're going to have to play around with this when we get back to the studio.
Well, you know me. I'm learning guitar with all of the different apps that we've
I
seen
remember
here. Yeah.
you and your adorned guitar.
Wait a minute. Look at this. This is beautiful. I don't know what that is, but it's beautiful. Look at that. This is community-created music visuals from tapper.tv, T-A-P-P-R.tv. So, I think it's a little bit like we've seen this before with, remember the Magic Ocarina and those apps where you would play stuff and people would be playing with you around the world.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a different company, but yeah, interesting. Right, so, Slingbox, the idea is, okay, big
Where
game's
were
we?
we?
Up a week from Sunday. I can't say the name, but it's a big game. It involves players.
Yeah.
They throw. It's called hand egg,
It's called
the big hand egg game.
Teams.
Two teams we don't care about.
Yeah.
Game.
That.
And now that we're not in it, but
Go Giants.
what if you're stuck like at a wedding, or you got to go somewhere. You got to go somewhere. Slingbox. What Slingbox does, you set up the Slingbox at your home system. You hook it up to your TV, you hook it up to your internet, your DVR, your cable box, your satellite box, and then your home system is on the internet. Password protected, only you can use it. But anywhere you go on the internet, you can watch your home system on an iPad, an iPhone, an Android phone or tablet, on your Mac, on your PC. You can. It's best on the iPad. It's like makes the iPad a personal TV. You could be even be at the game, watching the game on the iPad. It's remarkable. Now, I want you to check it out. Go to slingbox.com/twit, or you can get it at Amazon or Best Buy. I think you know about the Slingbox. We've talked about it before. This is a good time to get one. Get a Slingbox. Watch your TV anywhere you go with no additional fees. Slingbox.com/twit. We thank them for their support of iPad today.
At Macworld.
And
the
Macworld.
iPro lens.
Oh, you
Now,
wanted to show us this, so let's take a look here.
I was pretty interested in this earlier.
Now, I have the Olo clip, which clips onto the iPhone and gives us wide angle and macro.
It's very popular.
This thing is a little more pro. These are Schneider Kruznak lenses. These are like the high-end fancy Dan lenses.
All right. Well, let's see if somebody from
Nick is
iPro
going to give us a little demo. But wait till you see these lenses.
Hi,
these are
Nikki.
amazing.
Good. How are you?
Good. We've got the iPro lens kit
So
here.
show it to this camera here so we can see it.
The iPro lens kit.
So there's a case.
There's a case. The handle. The handle.
Is that a standard threaded?
No,
you could use it with a tripod.
Well, I'll show you. It's
Okay.
a special size so that it'll fit onto
It's gotta
the
be small
camera.
enough, yeah.
Right. But what we did was the bottom of the handle here,
Now that's a standard tripod.
and we can
mount.
screw this off, and it also has one as well.
Great.
And then inside the handle, this is not only just the handle, but it also unscrews to reveal the lenses. That's
Oh,
where
that's
they're
cool.
housed.
That's nice. So they're safe. They're protected inside of there.
So we have a wide-angle lens, and then what I have in my hand right now is the fisheye lens. And then
Let's
they
see what that
just
looks like.
bayonet,
So you snap that into the case. There's a little mount there. Great.
and then, sorry, wasn't prepared.
And
for
these are
this
Schneider
one.
lenses. These are good lenses.
Yes. So we have here the fisheye lens. Can you see
Wow.
that?
Very flattering.
Always flattering
Yeah.
up close for
Especially
any-
closer to the nose, the better.
It makes for a lot of fun. But you'll see the barrel distortion around the outside. Now,
But you know what I notice, and this is really important, there are a number of people who make fisheye lenses. I use an Olo clip. The problem is the optics aren't super great, and so on the edges I get some softness. This actually is very good quality all around the edges. You're using better lenses.
Yes.
I would imagine this is fairly expensive as a result.
actually, the entire kit that includes the handle, the case, and both lenses are $199.
Okay, a little more. The Olo clip's
It's a
about
little bit more.
$60, but you don't get all this. So let's see some of the other lenses. That's the
The
fisheye.
nice thing about this is when you switch to video, remember the iPhone crops when it goes
Right,
to video, so
right.
you do lose some of that barrel distortion there.
Well,
But
actually,
if
that's great because
if
now I have a
swing it
much
around-
wider angle of view than I would normally get in video on an
Right.
iPhone.
With the video, if I take off the lens, That's
yeah,
all we get.
That's what you're losing, yeah. That's really nice. Having a little bit of wide angle on
That's
the video
a huge
is
difference. So let's see the other lens.
We also have the wide lens. The wide lens is what we call a rectilinear lens. That means both in still and video, we are not going to get that weird bend on the edges like we would. So I'm going to put it back to still because that's where it's really going to be stretched.
What effective focal length is this? Looks like it's
I'll
about
have to go through
28,
them.
something like that.
So the camera by itself in still is a 30 millimeter.
Okay.
If you put the wide angle in still, it makes it a 19.
19.
If you put the fisheye on, it makes it a 12.
Okay.
In
got
video, it's a 42 naturally. It's a 26 with the wide and a 16 with the fisheye.
Perfect. Thank you.
And we also have a telephoto that we just announced today. And that will be arriving in the next 2 months.
You don't have that to show us.
I do actually.
Oh, you
Let's take a
do?
look.
Let's see
You know, it's
it.
so interesting
I want to see
because,
the new stuff.
you saw that big camera I was carrying around.
Yep.
And one of the reasons you carry a big camera around is because you want the flexibility of the lenses. The iPhone is my day-to-day camera, but sometimes I do wish I could zoom in on something a little better.
It's very
There's
true.
the telephoto. What is the effective focal length of that?
This doubles your focal length.
So
So,
it's
in
80.
still, we're going to go to a 60, and in video, we're going to go to an 84.
Wow. That's great. That's
Will
really
the
neat.
telephoto be sold separately? You said that
We're going to do we'll do a kit that'll have all 3 pieces available. But for those that have already purchased the 2-lens kit, you'll be able to purchase this separately, and it will come with a piece that will then integrate into the handle so that you'll be able to have all 3 lenses in your handle.
And what's it going to retail for?
We don't have an exact price yet, but we're estimating around $99.
And for the other kit, iProLens.com.
iProLens.com. That's where everybody can find out more about.
Absolutely.
Thanks
Cool.
so much, Nikki.
Cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, you pay a little more, but I think the optics are a little bit better. They're still not DSLR quality optics, but if you just want to carry your iPhone and something in your pocket, there's not much else you could get that would do that. All right, where are we going to go now? Now, where do we go?
We are going this away.
This away. To Anthro. Oh, I want to look at these Anthro carts. You know about Anthro carts.
I don't.
Well, these are the greatest computer desks of all. In fact, I want to get one for my son. They move around. They're very adjustable.
Well, the whole being able to sit and stand at one desk is very big right now.
Yeah.
Because it's not good to sit all day.
This we saw last year. Remember this? This allows you, it's for a school or a business where you have many, many iPads.
Library.
And you could charge them all and sync them too?
Yeah, absolutely. With the new iOS 5, it allows wireless syncing. And on the back side of this, you've got one power switch. If you have that one laptop going, you can switch all of them on all at once. They'll look for that one laptop, sync it all at once. Perfect for educators and also for healthcare environments as well. Used in EMR, and even some retail environments now are using iPads and other tablets in all sorts of places. So.
And you call this your tablet charging cart? How much?
Absolutely. This is $14.99. It's a very significant difference in price between ours and some of the other units that are actually out there in the market. 3 other main things this can also be used as a teaching platform. If you actually think of how small this is, it's only 2 feet by 2 feet. And one of the other main things on the back side of this has a locking IT area, which all those IT managers want to be able to get all their power bricks exactly right and then lock them off so that the users don't have access to those.
I love
40
this.
iPads in here? Wow. Wow.
$1,499. Just in
not
case
$14
you were
and 99
confused and thought this was the
Look at
deal of the
that.
century.
That's solid. I love
All
that.
right.
That's the good stuff.
Wow.
When you look how you can actually get the pegboard and you get all of the cables exactly where you want them and keep those power bricks nice and safe.
Talk about being organized. Now,
You
what
have
about
smaller models too. There's a cabinet for 20 iPads and
All of these have just been released this last week for both tablets and for mini touch devices. We've got the mini touch cart over here, also holds 40 mini touch devices like iPod touches.
Now, Sarah, you were talking about stand-up computing. This is the table. This is the one I really want. Look at this. They've always made the best. Look at this. The height.
Is this
just
not the
right.
most beautiful?
It's
I mean,
so gorgeous. So it's motorized. I'm raising it or low. So for Sarah, wait a minute. Let me get the right height for Sarah. There you go. Put your arms straight out. They're perfect. See? Perfect, just like that. And I love these monitor stands. These are great.
Yep, absolutely. The idea with these were actually based off of our Steve Station, which is our new radiology table, but this is a version that doesn't have quite as many monitor features, but still has the great cable management. You want to see cable management, go to the back side of this.
I want to buy this because this way you could do sit down. You can go all the way down to a sit down, but if you're tired and you want to get it up, you can push a button, and this is so cool.
I think I read
we should have these for
something
everywhere.
Like you burn, I don't know.
Calories.
Well,
yeah.
you burn calories, but it's something like 100 calories an hour just standing.
It's also better
rather
on
than
your back.
sitting at a desk.
And
well,
and I like it if
you need the variety.
If you're an engineer, you're doing some soldering or whatever, you can raise it up even higher so that you can work on something. This is very practical. How much is
Can we
this?
get these for the studio?
This one is a list price of $32.49. So
it's not bad.
No, not bad at all for the kind of functionality you get out of it. The cable management in the back, you know how there's always that big mess? Got to look at this.
We got to look.
Yeah,
Cable
because
management's everything
That's
for
why
me.
desks are so ugly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mama. This is a
And
magnet.
You can actually, it's magnetized. You can actually access it from the front as well. So if it's up against a wall, you can still get to the cables from the front portion as well. It's just amazing to be able to keep all of that nice and tidy and just have one cable coming down, just your power cable.
Love this. Wow. This is the most beautiful standing, sitting cable management desk I've ever seen.
Perfect. Thank you very much for stopping by Anthro. And as always, we make all of our stuff in the U.S. Lifetime warranty on almost everything we make. And we're happy to have you.
Where can people find more about these?
You can go to anthro.com or any major reseller carries our
They've
products
always
as well.
made the best desks.
Thank
Is
you.
it weird to be in love with a desk?
A little.
I'm in love with that
I'm
desk.
in love with that desk. That
I
was
want
like
that desk.
Just I've seen standing desks before that.
But
are
that's so convenient.
a
That could
little
be
pricey,
sitting,
the
standing.
motorized, oh.
Well, it is. I mean,
And
it's $3,000, but still.
Look,
Green onions.
anti-fingerprint screen protector solutions.
No, you can't.
Well, I
How do
think
you
they're
do
probably
it?
going to do their best. Hi.
How are you doing?
We're doing well. Now, I saw anti-fingerprint screen, and I had to come by because that's one of my biggest gripes with my iPad is that it's really dirty all the time, and it looks like a germ petri dish.
Yes. Well, we come up with a solution as called an oleophobic screen protector. Now, the original iPhone actually came with the oleophobic coating, but Apple actually doesn't like screen protectors because apply the chip film on it will remove the anti-fingerprint or oleophobic function. And that's why we came with this new one called the oleophobic screen protector that will bring back the functionality. If I can give you a quick demo right here.
Absolutely.
Half of the screen right now on the iPhone is covered by a regular glossy film. The other half is currently covered by the oleophobic screen protector. I have a Sharpie right here. That's an oil-based marker. If I can just mark on this.
Oh, no, don't do it. You're ruining it. Oh, no.
Now, obviously, on your right side, this is oleophobic. You see the oil actually beads up into droplets. I'm sorry. I can actually wipe it off with a dry cloth just like that without worries. But on the other side, it just stays on it.
Oh, no. Now what?
I actually need some alcohol for it, and then I can easily remove it.
So the whole point is you could get it off, but it's a huge pain.
Exactly. Now, if you can excuse me a little bit, I'll use my facial oil to do a little demo. It's a little personal.
Only at Macworld.
I know. But then if you can see it right here and there, if I can turn the screen on, half of the screen has a lot of smudges on it, while the other half doesn't.
Oh, yeah, it is greasy.
Yes, so this oleophobic coating not only prevents fingerprints on it, but also your facial smudges, because your phone has facial contact with your face all the time.
Yeah, that's my whole point. I get makeup all over my phone. It's gross.
Exactly, for women especially. So I'm sorry, but this is the next generation. We call it oleophobic screen protector for the iPhone 4 and the 4S.
So if I'm interested in, let's say, covering my iPad or my iPhone, where do I find out more about that?
You can find our website at www.greenonionssupply.com.
What is the significance of green onion?
Green onions, we strive to make the quality accessories, so we want to be the perfect garnish of accessories. And we all know that good chefs has awesome steak or duck or roast duck on it, but you need a little garnish on top of it as a little decoration, and also that goes along with it.
That and shallots.com was taken.
Exactly. So we strive to be the best garnish accessory with the computers.
This is called eyeballs.
Oh, eyeballs!
You know about this?
I do. It's not
I just
what you
love
think
their
it's gonna
little.
be.
I just love their little trailer.
I do too. Well,
you feel like they might have come here in the trailer.
No, this is actually really, really cool. Imagine if you've got a little toddler who wants to hold the iPad all the time, but happens to drop it on a regular basis.
So you put your eyeballs on it.
That's exactly right.
Hi, that's a good intro, actually.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's fantastic for parents, kids, schools, you name it. Like you said, 4 balls go over the corners of your tablet, and basically if you accidentally were to drop it.
Oh, no, poor iPad. Oh, it's fine.
Completely fine. Completely fine. So for $19.95, available at eyeballs.info.
Well, that's what's great. It's affordable, and I'm looking here at a classroom of middle schoolers, and that's a good example. You're not going to spend $80 on a case for each of these iPads.
Right. We're in over 100 schools in the U.S. and Canada currently, and adding more and more every week, and that's really been that's been how we've been growing the small business so far. Yeah.
It's really smart. It's an inexpensive way, and you cannot hurt these because there's no way it could drop that you could actually break it. Let's play catch.
Soccer. We can play some soccer.
Frisbee.
That's the idea. A couple other sort of secondary thoughts. You can hang it. My mother actually showed me this idea when she was cooking one day. And you can also take one ball off and do a tilted typing position like we see in this photo here.
Oh, I see. It could actually be a little typing stand as well with sort of a wrist
So
rest.
there is some additional functionality. Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
Cool. Yeah.
And if you need a more complete solution, we make a variety of cases. I'll show you the most popular one. This one's called the Eyeballs Lid. It's a folding sleeve, so when you're not using your iPad, you can fold it like this, zip it closed, put it in your backpack, your briefcase.
That's
you name
cool.
It. Then when you want to use it, you can fold it back like this, put it on your hand, and for one-handed use, you're all set. So
I love it.
Put your hand through there if you want. So you're giving interviews, and you have your one-handed side. You're all set.
And people will wonder, what the hell is that?
Why do you have eyeballs on your iPad? $19.95, you said?
IBALLZ.com.
Right.
.info.
Yes.
.info. Thank you.
Info.
There's nobody here.
No, it's
a little quiet.
It's sort of over where people are eating lunch. So I think that it would be easy to miss this entire area.
This is the back way.
I mean, we've got 20 booths here.
Yeah. It really shows you how Apple has changed its focus from the Mac and desktops and laptops and to iPhones and iOS.
Okay, so you know, Leo, how you do a lot of like deep sea diving.
All the time, in between shows.
Right,
Yeah.
on a regular basis, and you've just been looking for that waterproof solution for your
it kills
underwater
me.
sports.
I want to bring my iPad down below.
And you can't
You
because
can't.
it'll just get wet.
I put the eyeballs on there and then it floats.
Sure.
So what do I do if I want to dive with my iPad? Actually, in all seriousness, the iPad probably is a great diving app. We got it. The Watershed.
Watershed Grid tablet bag. This is the Watershed Grid tablet. Basically, we have a patented seal on our bag that works like a big Ziploc. So our seal has been tested by the Navy SEALs down to 300 feet submersion. I don't think the iPad will go to 300 feet without crushing, but basically what you do is you grab these 2 tabs. Most people's intend to pull that way, but what you want to do is actually just kind of roll it like that, and that pops it open. We've got a padded liner inside there. Some game has just started. So
you could actually this works through. Is this some sort of capacitance?
It's our polyurethane fabric is what we use. It's a polyurethane.
It's interesting. So your touch still works?
Absolutely works very, very well. You can see there. Basically, to seal it up, you just pinch that seal closed just like a Ziploc. Once it's sealed, completely airtight. You can take this and just pop it over. That way you can kind of hide the fact that you have your iPad in there.
Lots of colors. There's red and green and blue.
We're actually
ammo, because when you're underwater, really.
Well,
you don't want anyone to see you.
Starting to do them with the military. Military is actually picking them up now, and
no kidding.
They're actually using tablets. They've gotten them into some of the SEAL teams groups, and they're doing some testing right now.
That sort of answers my next question. I was going to say, you mentioned you can go down to about 300 feet, but realistically, why do people actually need waterproof cases for iPads on a regular basis, military excluded?
Well, the thing I use mine in my hot tub all the time. Checking messages, stuff like that, checking emails.
Great.
But people going to the beach, it keeps sand out as well.
Oh, yeah, that's a good call.
A lot of different uses. Anyone that's around there in water or on boats, anything like that. Navionics app works great if you're for charts, navigation, stuff like that on boats. We've also, if you've got a second, I'll show you our other new smartphone wallet.
Okay.
No, we don't recommend you take phone calls any more than 10 meters deep.
No more than 10 meters. Absolutely not. You need the waterproof earbuds.
This kind of looks like a little clutch purse.
Well, that's what it's called, the Clutch. It's our Clutch smartphone wallet.
Well, hello.
We're using the Tie-Zip German zipper on this. This is submersible down to 15 feet.
Wow, this is
basically trying to get waterproof into high fashion. So basically that pops open. You can take this, drop your phone into this little pocket. It's usable with your Bluetooth. Once again, you can actually use it in there, check emails, things like that while you're out on the boat. You've got some pockets here that for cash, credit cards, anything. If it's just, they could be a little bit damp, no big deal. Put your ID in here. Then you've also got space in here where you can drop passports, things like that, anything important.
All the stuff that's really important.
Yeah, absolutely. And then it just folds up.
And
we've
if you're
got
at the beach, it's not going to get all sandy. This is a great way to keep the stuff that's important
and it's
safe.
got an adjustable clip here we call the cat snap, and it's pretty cool because you can just, if you have more volume, anything, you can just use that and get it in there. And both of these were actually nominated in the top innovations at Macworld this year. We got in the top 30 innovations.
Congratulations. People can find out more at drybags.com. Is that correct?
That's absolutely it. And everything's made in the USA as well. We make it in our own factory in North Carolina.
You know, it's really second booth who said that. I'm glad that you're pointing that out.
Oh, we appreciate it.
Really matters to a lot of folks out there these days.
It's important. It's a way to keep our economy going.
Thanks. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
All right. I gotta do this. I'm sorry.
All right. I knew he would. I knew he would. Do you know what this is? Actually, I'm really excited too. It's one of my favorite games.
I want to whack an iPhone. I loved these microphones. I wanted to come back here and take a look at these.
Okay.
As you know, I use Audio Boo on my iPhone to record blog posts.
I've been seeing you post more and more of those lately.
And it's an easy way to record. But one of the issues, of course, is I'm just using the phone's microphone. And the iPad has its own microphone. But wouldn't it be nice to have a high-quality professional microphone that you could plug right into your iPhone or your iPad and get really great sound? And that's what Mike W. does. These are cardioid and omnidirectional small microphones. That looks a little bit like the mic we use on iPad today. Look at the size of that condenser. That's very much like the Countryman that we use. They also have microphones over here to your right. There's a cardioid recording mic for broadcast. And they even have mics for measurement, Class 2 mics for measurement. So these are cool. I really want to try something like this.
What does that mean for measurement?
No idea. Should we ask somebody?
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, who can we talk to? So,
Kunli Wu.
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
So tell us a little bit about these microphones. Are these better than the microphones already built into the phone?
That's right. First of all, we have a measurement microphone.
What's that mean?
Which is can measure the sound pressure level, can measure in the spectral analysis. So this can tune.
That was very loud.
Yeah, can tune your hi-fi system. Also can set up your live performance. So this is testing. So people are very handy to have an iPhone to check their installation.
So sound engineers might buy this.
Yes,
yeah,
that's right.
Yep.
So more for sound engineer or have some hobby.
So you can see the spectrum. This is the frequency.
Yeah.
This is the sound pressure levels. Very interesting. So that's cool. And so this is a special kind of microphone.
That's
it's
right.
omnidirectional?
Omnidirectional measurement is a Class 2 measurement microphone.
What does that mean? It's more sensitive?
This IEC standards.
I see.
For measurement microphone.
So, and you have your own app to work with this, or is it works with other apps?
Any apps.
Okay.
Working any apps from the Apple Store. Yeah.
So I probably shouldn't scream into it because it's probably very sensitive.
It's okay. No, it's okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Now this I like. I think we could use this. This is for broadcast.
Yeah, that's for broadcast. You see, there's a lot of application. This is for the recording the music. You have 4-track recordings. You can record in piano, all recording guitar and your voice. They'll mix the song for you.
And this is a cardioid pattern,
That's
so
a
somewhat
cardioid.
directional.
That's right.
And these are condenser mics,
Yeah,
obviously.
that's right. That's
now,
right.
normally condensers need power. How are you powering
This
these?
is power from the iPhone, iPad.
So there's enough power coming out of this
That's right. That's
to
right.
give you phantom
Thank
power.
goodness the iPad has such good battery power.
Who knew that the iPad had phantom power? I didn't know that.
No,
That's-
it's not phantom power. It's battery power.
I
It's,
see.
It's not a 48 volt. It's a 2.5 volt
Okay.
power. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So this battery can last for 8 hours. With this, we fully charged. Can use it for iPad, iPhone for 8 hours.
So you specially designed these to use lower power
That's
so
right.
that they can use the power coming
Yes,
off
that's
the
right.
iPad.
Our company specializes in the microphone for iPad, iPhones.
Now, we also have these little condensers here. This would be appropriate for me, for instance. I was saying I use an iPhone to record audio interviews and things like that. I could clip this right on here.
That's right. This is very convenient. You can put the microphone and you can shoot the videos. With the high quality of the eye and the audio signal always there.
How much is this? I want to buy.
This is $190 US selling in the Amazon.
Amazon has it.
Yeah, Amazon has it. Yeah.
And the company is MICW.
That's right.
Very cool. So, and how much are these other the i266?
So this starting with 120 to 200 US dollars.
These are professional grade microphones.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Very nice to meet you. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Hi there. So I see a beer bottle opener sort of apparatus, and I'm intrigued. Please tell me more.
Yeah, well, pretty much we just thought the iPhone's the one thing you got on you all the time, and you're always looking for a beer opener. So we thought, why not just put our bottle opener on our iPhone, and we can have a cold one whenever we want. There's not much to it than that.
I love it. Where do I get it?
You get it from openacase.com. That's it. Yeah. And for everyone who's been to Macworld, we're going to do some special discount codes. Just use Macworld.
Do you guys have other products here, or is it just the beer opener?
Brand new product that's out in the market. It's called the Quad Lock case. It's an iPhone mounting system for iPhone 4 and iPhone 4S. I might just pass this over to Chris to demonstrate it, seeing as he's in the right position.
Hi, Chris.
How you doing? Yeah, it's good. Yeah, so this is a quad lock. It's a case-based mounting system. So we've got the mount in the back of the case here and the mount on the bike. So it's not just the bike, we've got wall mounts as well. So it allows you to use your iPhone in all different applications. So you just simply slide it on and twist, and all of a sudden you've got a bike computer, you've got GPS, you've got all kinds of things. So that's
Everything that your iPhone has is now on your bike.
Pretty much. So using like a lot of bike apps that are out there, you can track your speed, your cadence, your heart rate, and also use it as a GPS machine. So it's a navigation. You never get lost on your bike ever again.
I love this. So is there an app that's sold separately from the case?
We don't actually do any apps, but there are a lot of apps out there that are available to do it. So yeah, there's about 10, 15 different cycle apps out there.
And what's the name of this?
This is called the Quad Lock, quadlockcase.com.
How much?
It starts at $40 for a kit, and then it depends on how many different mounts you want. So you can configure it all different ways.
Thanks, Chris. Cheers.
Have a good one.
Who would have thought it?
Well, what's nice is that they've got it all covered. And well, they're Aussies, so they like the beer opener.
It's
and
Aussie for iPhone case.
And they're outdoorsy.
Right, Aussie outdoorsy.
Don't do both together.
Right, outdoorsy Aussies.
Right.
You know, you got to go do
Outdoorsies.
Tech News today. I
Yeah.
think we are done.
I don't want to be done.
I don't want to be done, but I think we've seen so many cool things. This has been really fun.
It has.
Um,
We've done our best with the. We covered a very small slice of the Macworld floor. Even as much as we said, hey, compared to CES, it's not that big. It's pretty big. There are a lot of exhibitors
Well,
here.
as it turns out, there's lots of little corners here
Yeah.
and things that are really cool and fun to look at and fun to play with. So
That's right.
That was a great little mini tour of Macworld Expo, our iPad today for this week.
We have to do it. Every year we say, we got to go to Macworld.
Gotta go.
You got to go. This is a place for us.
The most important part of this is it's made of people.
Well, Mac people.
Mac people.
Apple people.
I hope you've enjoyed our
Apple.
coverage of Macworld Expo, iWorld Expo, iFan Expo. They haven't
right.
decided exactly what to call it.
I think right now, when I checked in on Foursquare, it was Macworld/iWorld.
All right.
So
We'll
I
go
guess
with
that's
that.
what we're calling it.
We'll go with that.
But for this edition of iPad Today, we are done.
I'm Leo Laporte.
I'm Sarah Lane.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week on iPad Today.
We didn't have any hats.